Hi everyone, it is Mrs. Cron, and I cannot believe that it is January 31st already and that another month has come to a close. I just wanted to come in with our monthly newsletter and let you know some of the things that we have been working on and also some things to come. So I have a bulletin board that I'm going to share with you with all of our awesome multiples that we have been working on and the 5 properties of multiplication. This bulletin board is about to come down, but like the kids keep hearing from me, just because it's coming down doesn't mean multiplication and division is over. So we have to move on with units in our classroom, but the kids still need to be practicing at home. Many are getting much better at their math facts, but there is a lot of work to still be done. So please try to practice them 5 to 10 minutes at night. At conferences, I'd given you some different apps and websites to use. If you need some more, I would be happy to send them your way. And different things that I've been sending home, flashcards and diagnostic tests and other things. So make sure that they are still practicing every night. We are about to launch a geometry unit, so it's very heavy on the vocabulary. And one of the biggest parts of it is going to be learning perimeter and area. So you will see a lot coming home with perimeter and area. The other part is really knowing the properties of different shapes. So things like rectangle or trapezoid or rhombus, square. Our definitions are going to become a little more advanced than what the kids have been used to as they've been growing up. So we'll be talking a lot about the properties or the characteristics of those different shapes. Hopefully you saw that Valentine's Day is approaching, and so we do have a Valentine's Day project that we are doing. We are asking every student to make a box at home. This does not need to be something that needs to be super fancy. We want the kids to do it. We want them to be creative. Feel free to take a shoe box, a Kleenex box, a cereal box, whatever you have, and decorate it however they want. They got to see some examples from previous years. What we ask the kids to do then is, again, looking at area, because that's one of our things. Looking at some different views, because we've been doing technical drawings in our motion and design unit, that they could sketch out a plan for their box. Please do not send them in early. We want them on February 14th only, and then we'll have a fun little contest and some other activities that day to go over it. Another thing we'll be doing for Valentine's Day this month is practicing friendship. This is the time of year where sometimes we're cooped up inside a lot with each other, so it's a good reminder that we can find positive traits in all of our friends. And so those mailboxes that I just held up, we're going to be putting on different kids' desks each day. And when that child has the mailbox on their desk, their other friends are going to be sending them some mail and telling them some great things that they notice and like about them. And it will just be a fun little kind of compliment boost in our classroom, which will be great for this time of year. You might have heard that we've been busy with our buddies lately or seen that on some of the posts. So we helped them celebrate the end of their writing unit. We also did a little groundhog activity with them and worked on predictions, and those got posted to Seesaw, so hopefully you were able to see that. Then we also do a friendship activity with them coming up, but we've been having a lot of fun with our buddies. Speaking of writing, we are working on our expert books, so every child got to pick out a topic that they are an expert on, and they've been putting a lot of work and time into it. We are actually going to type those so we can add some text and graphic features and other things like that. And we've also been working hard on reading nonfiction. So some of you might have seen your kids coming home with nonfiction books for the first time this year. Some kids love them, some kids stay away from them, and right now everyone's been able to read them. We just moved into a new bend on our unit, though, where we are going to be doing a lot of biographies. And we're talking about how this is still nonfiction, but it's written in more of a narrative way. So you might see your kids coming home with some Who Was books or other biographies. We've also been looking at biographies that are more picture books. And so they're written more like what we would notice with a picture book. And we've been having fun learning about a lot of these different people and exploring these different texts. So hopefully you see some of these narrative nonfictions coming home in their book bags. And thank you to those of you that are encouraging reading every night, and also that that your child is filling out their reading log. Another thing that just came home in Tuesday Notes this week was our first Hemlock Creek Family Book Club. So if you are interested in joining the school and reading the BFG, I need this back. You might have it, or if you don't have it, you can send $4 to get a copy of the book. And then there's 2 dates that you can sign up to actually go to the De Pere Cinema and watch the BFG with other Hemlock Creek families. You might have seen these coming home. Hopefully you've had a chance to play some of our classroom board games. The kids love them, and they wanted a chance to share them with their families. If you haven't seen one come home in a while, you might want to check with your child. They do need to show that they are responsible here in order to get expensive game coming home. So part of the ways that they're showing responsibility is having their planner here every day, having their other materials here, turning in things on time, like their reading log, or other things that are asked of them, like their guided reading books that they sometimes go back and forth with. So if they're missing that throughout the week, they might not be able to check out a game at the end of the week. And so thank you for your help in taking care of those and playing those and enjoying those with your child. I really appreciate that. The last thing I wanted to talk about is we've been having a little bit of a rough go in the lunchroom, according to the ladies that helped down there. This is the golden spatula. We did get it today, which is awesome. We haven't had it very much since Christmas break because lunch has not been going well. So I've been reminding the kids, if you can remind your child as well, the lunchroom is a great time to relax a little bit, but the main goal is to eat our lunch and to also handle our materials in the correct way. So making sure that we're cleaning up after ourselves, we're using the right voice volume, we're eating and not doing other things with our food. And it seems to have been getting better this week, but it's a goal for us as a class that we are working on to make sure that we are making some really good choices with that. Last but not least, and I know I'm going really long this month because it's been a while, Technology Night is coming up. You'll get it in Tuesday Notes next week. I'm in charge, and I would love to see as many of you there as we can. We're doing a lot of STEM things and coding things and other really fun things. So it is Tuesday, February 20th, and that goes from 6 to 7:30. And then finally next week, we get to go to the high school to see Newsies. We are the lucky grade that gets to go because your children will be in the musical, potentially, if they want to, the next time that Hemlock Creek has it in 2 years. So on Tuesday in the afternoon, we get to go over to the high school and watch it, and we are really excited to have the opportunity to do that. Hopefully you got to see that Mason Crosby was in our school yesterday. That was a lot of fun. And again, thank you to all of you who look at Blooms and look at Seesaw. We love seeing the comments, so if you have a chance to comment on your child's work, that is really cool, and we love to see that as a class. So thank you for watching. As always, let me know if you need anything, and have an awesome Wednesday.